In 2015, the world economy slowed down its growth pace versus the previous year. The development rate of international trade decreased. The exchange of manufactured products also slowed down. As already experienced in the previous 3 years, the year 2015 was characterized by an irregular trend with regard to the economic situations of the major industrialized countries. Good performances were registered in China, even if its GDP increase is very far from the rates recorded by the Asian giant in the recent past. The weak recovery in the economy of Japan was counterbalanced by the good economic trend in the United States and in the United Kingdom. A limited growth was reported in the Eurozone, which aggregated the excellent outcome of Spain, and the moderate recovery of Italy emerged from a 3-year period of recession. If the Italian performance represents one of the worst ones among the countries of the Eurozone, it should, however, be considered that the Italian GDP showed a continuous and progressive improvement in all 4 quarters of the year. In 2015, the world production of machine tools grew to nearly €71.5 billion. Asia confirmed to be the first area with regard to the contribution to the world production of the sector, followed by Europe and far behind by the Americas. The world consumption registered a strong increase after last year's stagnation. It started to grow again, totaling over €70 billion. Demand in Asia, the first consumption area, proved to be livelier than in Europe and in the Americas. On the basis of the available data, the outcome of the world trade was less positive compared to last year. In 2015, at the top of the world ranking of machine tool manufacturers, China maintained its first place, followed by Japan, which ousted Germany, dropped to 3rd place. Due to its strong production growth, Italy strengthened its 4th place, further outdistancing South Korea. Also, in the ranking of exporting countries, there has been a position switch between Germany and Japan. In this case, Germany had a better performance, thus gaining the export leadership and pushing the land of the rising sun down to 2nd place. Italy ranked 3rd, outperforming Taiwan that came in 4th before China. Considered on the whole, i.e. summing up the values of machine tools, robots and automation, in 2015 the Italian production of the sector grew significantly, reaching €5.2 billion. Nevertheless, if besides the machinery production we also consider the production of parts, tools, numerical controls and services to machines, the economic value of the sector is much higher, nearly amounting to €8 billion. The positive trend recorded with regard to the order index in 2014 kept on for the whole year 2015, although the last quarter highlighted a certain slowdown. In 2015, on a yearly basis, the index grew by 8.6%, plus 18.1% domestic orders, plus 6.7% foreign orders. A really positive trend was reported in domestic consumption, which showed a double-digit increase as a testimony to the newly found will of the Italian market to invest in production systems. The recovery favored both manufacturers and importers, proving that local demand was lively and interested in buying special machines, as well as standardized systems. The market share covered by the foreign offering was, however, lower than 50%. After the downturn experienced last year, the Italian exports of the sector started to grow again. On the contrary, the export-production ratio had a further decrease. The trade balance went down. The positive performance of the Italian industry of the sector influenced the level of use of production capacity, whose yearly average further increased. On the rise was also the order portfolio. In 2015, the Italian exports of machine tools only, in a strict sense, i.e. excluding robotics, started to grow again. The quarterly trend was positive in the first 9 months, then slowing down in the last part of the year. The main destination markets for the Italian production were the United States, followed by Germany, China, France, and Russia. In terms of consumption in the main destination markets, the Italian shares decreased in China, India, and Brazil. On the contrary, they expanded in the United States, in Germany, and in Russia. 43.5% of the Italian exports went to the countries of the European Union. Made by Italian sales showed double-digit increases in all the major markets of the area: in Germany, France, Poland, United Kingdom, Spain, and Czech Republic. After the EC area, the area having the highest interest in the Italian offering was Asia, where sales took up 22.3% of the total exports. Exports to East Asia reported a further reduction compared to last year, mainly due to a sales downturn in China and South Korea. On the contrary, deliveries to Japan rose significantly. Exports to the Middle East were practically stable. The outcome was impacted by the strong drop in sales to Kazakhstan and Iran, which was counterbalanced by an upturn with regards to deliveries to the United Arab Emirates and to Saudi Arabia. Exports to Southern Asia and to the Asian countries showed a negative sign. Sales to North America, third destination area for Made by Italians, covered 15.8% of the total exported amount. Deliveries to non-EU Europe, which maintained its fourth place in the ranking of destination areas, represented 11% of the total. South America reduced its purchases of Italian machine tools remarkably, buying only 3.7% of the total exports. This result was affected by the considerable downturn in sales to Brazil. A rise was registered in sales to Africa, which absorbed 2.9% of the total. Forecasts indicate that the recovery of sales abroad experienced in 2015 will continue in 2016, allowing the Italian exports of the sector to achieve again the record-breaking levels of €3.4 billion within the current year.